It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to 2K Sports. We're already getting the feel for this new NBA season. Taking it all in with me, Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Tonight, we'll see the Charlotte Hornets playing against the Chicago Bulls at United Center. Last game for Chicago, they ended up with a loss to the Thunder at Chesapeake Energy Arena. That game was high scoring. Tonight, they'll need to be better defensively. And here we are, start of a new season. So much drama coming out of the gate.
Drama for your mama.
Shaq, for the teams that are underperforming thus far, what can they do to try and right the ship?
Look, Ernie, it's early, so don't overreact. You can mix up the rotations a little bit. Don't be scared, Coach. Do what you got to do.
Well, first, you got to keep believing in yourself. But I love these player-only meetings.
Oh, I'll bet you.
I did, man.
Really? You liked them?
Oh, because I used to, that's the only time I could really look in your face in front of the other 11 guys and tell you how I really feel about you.
Like, Akeem, you're killing us.
No, that never was said. It was more like, see, we should only give it to Akeem because he's the only one not killing us.
Oh.
The Hornets coming to an Eastern Conference contest in this game. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. Just a single game at home. After this one, it's back on the road for the Bulls. Well, guys, at this point, while still many things can change, their record is not on par with their performance last year. Maybe a cause for concern, but something they are well aware of.
And, you know, for the Bulls, they've just lacked that one extra piece that could put them over the top this season. They haven't been able to kind of set themselves apart.
What they've done, they've kept themselves in the playoff picture, though. They haven't been spectacular, but they're still in the race. And we all know anything can happen in the postseason.
And before this game gets going, let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Fred Hoiberg. David.
Well, guys, he has an admiration for what he called the intelligent, efficient offense played by today's opponent. He told me that the thing about this team is that they are so good at identifying the weak spots in an opponent, and they come at you in multiple ways depending on where those weak spots are. He said, we've got to be ready for everything. It's a pretty tall order. Guys?
Thank you, David. And tonight we have two teams that Steve can absolutely rip you apart from long range if you let them.
Yes, I mean, these two teams, no one's going nowhere near the paint. So I think it's going to come down to the teams that are defending. You're not going to be able to stop these guys from making shots, but you want to be able to contest and bother them. And then you have to rebound the three-point shot. And that's the hardest rebound because it can bounce off and go particularly anywhere. Take them off their rhythm, and hopefully they miss shots. Contest, contest, contest.
Yeah, go out and close. You're exactly right. Fight through every screen. Tip-off goes to Charlotte. Williams kicks to Batum. And the layup's good off the glass.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
So let's take a look at the Charlotte starting lineup. Inside, Williams at the 4, Howard in the middle. Jeremy Lamb out there with Michael Carter-Williams. And it's Batum in at the 3 spot. Now here is Holiday. Lopez a screen. Holiday attacking. Lopez, no luck. Batum against Levine. Batum dishes to Howard. Here's Lamb. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Lamb's got his first points in this one.
Yeah, still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
Mirotic gets the bucket.
And you can see there the defender allows himself to get picked.
You know, it's all about effort. Sometimes you're going to get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
Now here's Howard. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Cleveland.
And his shot blocking almost single-handedly changed the game. No one wanted to put up a shot with him lurking.
Williams laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
A lot of laziness going on out there. Still early in the game, but that needs to get worked out.
Here's Levine. 23 points for him the last game against Oklahoma City.
Also, you have to mention the rebounding, another area where he excelled.
Now here's Lamb. Zach Levine unable to get his last shot to go.
I like it. Strong move by MCW. Not the most powerful guy, but fights through the contact for a potential and one.
And former Rookie of the Year award winner Michael Carter-Williams, their guard. Things have really been tough for him since winning that hardware as he has bounced from team to team. Steve trying to find a spot in the lineup.
Well, MCW, a large part of it, he just isn't a good shooter. He can use his size and his passing to create shots for others. Very good defensively. It ends up being a liability on the offensive end, and that's hurt him.
On the free throw, no good.
Well, you know he's an inconsistent jump shooter. That's also carried over to the free throw line for Michael Carter-Williams.
For Chicago, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Levine kicks to Lopez. Mirotic sets the screen for Levine.
And that's what Howard is known for, that lockdown defense, which is truly suffocating.
Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Howard with a screen on Grant. Clock at 6. Lamb passes to Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And really, there's no reason why Howard can't at least be boxed out. When he comes up with these rebounds, it's night-night for the defense.
Here's Grant following the bucket by the Hornets. Lopez a screen. Back to Grant. Williams against Mirotic. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a three-point play. That's on Dwight Howard.
How about the muscle Mirotic? He wheels the shot in despite the physical D.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as you'd like.
That one misses for Mirotic. Well, last season there seemed to be a disjoint between the Bulls players and the coaching staff in the front office. Made for a lot of off-the-court distraction, it seemed like, Smitty, and took the wind out of their sails.
You're right. There were a lot of rumors and accusations going around as to why there was a rift. I can tell you this, when things are that sour, it is hard to focus on basketball. Hopefully the Bulls can put that behind them.
Stolen by Levine. Grant against Carter-Williams. Got a hand on it.
And for a point guard, MCW gets his share of block shots.
Charlotte leading by 7. Here's Howard. Back to Carter-Williams. That shot off the mark.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And looking back at last season, here's a look at the 3-point and 2-point shot attempt averages for Charlotte.
And they concentrated a lot on creating open looks from beyond the arc. Player movement, finding space on the perimeter, that was their #1 priority.
The Hornets have gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. On the wing, Lamb. The 3. Carter-Williams can't get it to go.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Grant dishes to Lopez. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And that soft touch of Lopez makes things easy for him down there.
Now here's Lamb, guarded by Holiday, and slam dunk by Lamb.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Chicago with the ball, following the score by Charlotte. Lopez kicks to Grant. The feed to Mirotic. Pass to Lopez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. For 3, Levine. Headshot off. Great D that time from Batum. And Lamb slams it home.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And Marvin Williams, for a long while, had been viewed as a tweener. You know, a player who was stuck somewhere, Greg, between the small and power forward positions.
Yeah, for a lot of players, that is plenty to get you minutes. I mean, Williams has improved on his defense here later in his career, and hey, he's shot more threes, and it's really become a weapon for him over the course of his career.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
And looking at this Charlotte roster, really the strength of it is their perimeter play. A good collection of dynamic playmakers and shooters from that point guard to small forward position. They are the bulk of this team's offensive threats.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Greg, the Hornets were strong outside, but weak inside. I guess they've addressed that weakness, going for Dwight Howard.
Yeah, they went out and got what they felt could be an anchor on that front line. And listen, he's going to provide that rim presence that they lacked a season ago. The question is, can he also give them some punch offensively?
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
Yeah, they were able to keep it close for the most part, but you could just tell they were not in sync as a unit.
Communication seemed to be missing, and if you want to come away with a lot of wins, you have to have that.
Outside Holiday. Mirotic sets the screen for Holiday. Lopez a screen. 5 on the clock. Off the screen. Holiday with another miss.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the two-man game creates a terrific look.
That's how it's drawn up. That is, everything but the finish.
Williams in the post. Mirotic is there. Changes up. Williams can't hit.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
Carter Williams against Grant. And here's Holiday. 23 points for him the last game against Oklahoma City.
And they were just struggling to stop him. They sent him to the line over and over, and the free throws were a big part of the game.
Charlotte leading by 9. Now Carter Williams. He's coming off a 10-point game against Cleveland.
He also was very good distributing the basketball, keeping guys involved and engaged all night.
And it's sent back by Lopez.
And that is the length of Robin Lopez on display.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. And a switcher also for Charlotte. Monks checked in for Lamb. Four on the clock. That's tipped. Now here's Dunn. Carter Williams covering. Valentine kicks to Dunn. There's a screen. Williams with the block. Now here's Batum. Defense right on him. Howard kicks to Carter Williams. to the inside and stolen by Dunn. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
In the corner, it's Pondexter. No good on the triple. Charlotte leading by 9. Here's Monk. Charlotte no good that time either. Looking at the last game for Charlotte, it was a loss to Cleveland.
And that's what happens when you become too perimeter oriented. If you're not hot, you don't score.
Well, when you force it all night, you don't get good results. Never really adjusted the game plan the way they should have.
Now, here's Howard. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
Methodical in their approach. They have absolutely owned this first quarter.
My opinion, it's been the commitment to pounding the ball inside. That's what's giving them the upper hand.
Here's Portis. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him.
And they can't allow him too many open looks like that. That's just inviting trouble.
Now here's Carter Williams. 8-point game. Kicks it to Howard. Chicago grabs the miss.
He can't find his mojo. Tough quarter for him scoring the basketball.
Dunn with it, working on Howard. Dunn misses.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
And when you build a big lead like this, especially early, you have to guard against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting. Do they start to coast, or do they go right for the juggler?
Chicago has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Chicago calls timeout.
You heard a lot of legends saying Dwight Howard should dominate in the post. I think he still can on the defensive end, not so much on the offensive end.
You know, Steve, even at his peak, Dwight Howard probably dominated more with force than with finesse, perhaps.
You're so correct. He dominated with defense, rebounding, and finishing with power. That was enough to make him a superstar. He's never been the most skilled offensively. He hasn't needed to be.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Cody Zeller's checked in for Howard. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Marvin Williams. Bacon, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Stone in for Michael Carter-Williams. Here's Stone, and he makes the bucket, through contact, and gets the whistle too.
And from the opening tip, they have been in complete control of this one.
Dominate on the court, and it's showing up on the scoreboard. Let's see if they can maintain this level of intensity.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he's putting together a solid year at the free throw line, 79% overall.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses. In with all the young, talented players in the NBA, so much upside for the league, for the individuals, for the team, Smitty. Which players do you think have just scratched the surface of their potential?
I think a guy you look at is Kristaps Porzingis. I think Joel Embiid. I look at Jabari Parker, another guy. I think Julius Randle with the Lakers is a guy who's just scratching that surface. Those guys have a chance to be great.
Now, here's Monk. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. It's blocked, and that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. Here's Bacon. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. And let's see the leading three-point teams in the NBA. The Bulls third.
No doubt they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
Hornets leading by 12. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Stone. And not sure what he was thinking there. Chicago's gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Here's Bacon. And again, the Hornets missing.
And that was an easy one there, just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take that shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking himself.
Pondexter, no good. Charlotte's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Bacon. Whistle on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
You know, you think about the way the Bulls ended their season last year, snuck into the playoffs as the 8th seed in the Eastern Conference. And in fact, Smitty, they jumped off to a 2-0 series lead, but then the reverse sweep happens to them.
Yeah, it did. Hard to say how deep they could have gone if they stayed healthy, but they almost put those Cinderella slippers on as an 8th seed. Losing Rondo, it hurt. This team just never looked the same in that series.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Stone passes to Kaminsky. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Hornets lead by 15.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
They set the pick. Here's Dunn. It doesn't go for him. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. Here's Stone. Pick by Zeller. Monk, no one around him. Drains it from beyond the arc. Monk's got his second basket of the night.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
To the middle, here's Dunn, and Dunn with the slam.
And Dunn is just an astonishing dunker, slamming it home with some real force.
Charlotte leading by 16. Here's Stone. Pick by Zeller. To the paint. And then Monk with the dunk.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. Takes a 3. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We come back right after this. And Dwight Howard, a lightning rod figure around the league, subject to a lot of criticism, but he says he takes comfort in playing the game he still loves.
Basketball, this is my passion, on the court, it's my sanctuary. I want to have fun. The reason I play is to win championships. I take this game very seriously.
It's an interesting concept that Dwight has to take something very seriously in order to have fun. He does say he has a burning passion to win a championship. He's been in the finals, and this is a guy that's got still a lot to shoot for, he feels, in his career.
That's a great point, Kevin. And the challenge for Dwight is how to balance how serious he is and how passionate he is with having that fun on the court that he's after.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And the Hornets have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Yeah, it didn't take them long to get that transition game going.
No, right off the tip, it was an ambush, pushing the pace every chance they got.
So on the floor for Charlotte to start this second quarter. Down low, it's Kaminsky and Zeller. Julian Stone is out there with Monk, and it's Bacon in at the 3 slot.
What about the concentration of Dunn, nailing the shot right in the D's face?
Here's Stone. Chris Dunn making his last shot. Stone dishes to Kaminsky. Shoots from 8, poked loose, and stolen by Dunn. Pondexter kicks to Portis. Basket good. Hornets leading by 14. To the left side wing. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Pass to Monk. Puts up a 3. Bacon's shot is off. The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Valentine wide open. He fires. Off target from 3-point range. Charlotte shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Monk kicks to Stone. Charlotte moving it around. Here's Kaminsky. Goes back up. Rebound by the Bulls. Portis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Dunn with it. He has 6. They set the pick. The dish to Valentine. Just 5 on the clock. Over Monk. No good off the back of the rim. Portis. Good. Portis has got his 2nd bucket.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Stone. And stolen by Valentine. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Smitty, we've seen our share of dominant teams in the past decade. The big 3 in Boston, Miami, of course, with LeBron, KD joining the Warriors. You played against a lot of incredible teams during your terrific career. Which team was the most intimidating for you, or which team did you have the most respect for?
You know, I would say it was later in their career, but intimidation was a factor. When you play against the bad boys in Detroit, I mean, the fouling of those guys. But I think from a sheer talent, it was the Chicago Bulls. They were the first team, especially not my era, won 72 games. They would come in and just steamroll you with their offense, with their defense, and their execution. So those 2 teams were the 2 teams I would think was most intimidating.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Robin Lopez is checked in for Felicio. Iritic comes in for Portis. Levine's checked in for Quincy Pondexter. And it's Jaren Grant in for Chris Dunn. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. Charlotte leading by 10. There's the pick. Zeller passes to Lamb. Here's Bacon. Hangs, and it's good on the lay-in. Bacon's got 5 points so far.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Chicago calls timeout. And last season, Greg, one big issue for the Hornets was their bench.
And Charlotte tried their best to address that issue this past offseason. And it just goes to show that you need to have a complete roster to compete. A lot of games were given away by the Hornets last year by losing ground when the starters left the court.
You know, Smitty, as the game grows internationally, we've seen a contrast drawn between the academies, for instance, in Europe and Australia, and the youth basketball organizations in this country. Do you think we're doing it the right way? Should there be change, more policing of just how things are run at a very young level?
I think more policing, Kevin. I think also coaches being better equipped to be able to be around young kids. I think also how many games these kids are playing. I think obviously you want them to have games, but when they're playing 5, 6, 7 games in a weekend, I just think that's too much.
Here's Grant. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Crafty move. He recognizes the size disadvantage, and the mid-range is close enough.
Right. No reason to take it all the way to the rack. Instead, take what the defense allows.
Here's Bacon. He has 5. Over Levine. Stone dishes to Lamb. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Kaminsky misses. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 10-2 run here. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Here's Grant. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Batum attacking, and a wide open look for Lamb. Hits it from 3-point range. Lamb's got 9.
He could have easily been selfish there and taken the shot, but he smartly kicked it out for a wide open look.
Here's Holiday. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Williams with the ball. Now guarded by Mirotic. Shot from 16. And it's blocked by Mirotic. Levine for 3. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Levine's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Carter Williams. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. There's a screen by Williams. Lamb, good. Lamb's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You like the extra pass. MCW using his height to see over the defense, and he finds the open man.
Grant kicks to Mirotic. There's the screen. And Holiday has it in the corner. Another miss by Holiday. Charlotte leading by 12. Left side, Batum. He doesn't hit that one. Nice D from Levine. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. And Holiday has it in the corner. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Holiday's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Charlotte's gone 1 of 4 from 3-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Williams, a screen on Levine. Outside Williams. Shoots over Mirotic. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Williams has got his second basket of the night.
And defensively, you've got to make a greater effort working over the screens.
Yeah, he could have made a better choice. He left him an easy one. Let's see how he plays the next screen. Nice interior passing, and then the strong finish.
Howard setting the pick for Batum. On the wing, Lamb. Back to Batum. Here's Williams. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Up by a bunch. He's still pushing the action, trying to impose his will.
With this big of a deficit in the score, you think the losing team would be playing harder. Nope, the opposite.
Now here's Levine. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game.
That's something Zach works on to round out his game. Consistency from the mid-range.
Here's Carter Williams. They have a 9-point lead. There's the pick. Howard, the pass to Lamb. The kick out to Williams. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
I mean, just a good shooter taking what the defense allows. Finds some space out beyond the arc.
Holiday dishes to Lopez. Outside Holiday. Back to Lopez. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Levine. And ooh, he just jams it right over Dwight Howard. Oh my goodness.
The creativity, extreme athleticism. You see why Zach's won the dunk contest multiple times.
And certainly while the injury for Zach LaVine and his ACL was devastating, Greg, it's good to see him back on the court, and he seems to be on track to making a full recovery.
And Kevin, still amazing to me to see just how far the medical community has come in terms of treating ACL injuries. LaVine is such an athletic monster. To lose even a little burst would have been huge. Fortunately, though, with modern medicine, it's going to allow this guy to make the most of his potential still. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Holiday, a screen on Carter Williams. Grant kicks to Holiday. He feeds it to Lopez. Doubled by Howard. Batum with the steal. And there's the pass to Lamb. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And that's just super strength there by Howard. So good at connecting on these shots despite the contact.
And just a year ago, it seemed that things were set in place for Howard, playing for his hometown team. But in a surprise trade, he was moved out to Charlotte.
And there seems to be a lot of reasons for the trade. I mean, Howard wasn't the right fit in Atlanta, a team trying to get smaller and younger. Never easy to get traded from your hometown team.
That one misses for Howard. Steve, you are known for your three-point shooting, but as more and more teams look to space the floor and shoot threes, we've heard some legends, like Isaiah Thomas, for instance, complain that everyone's playing the same. What do you think about that?
You know, me and Isaiah, we've definitely talked about it, and I look at it, yes, we have some guys that's multi-talented, but everybody can't shoot threes. If you're a good guy to be able to knock down with a high percentage, shoot the three. But if you're a mid-range guy, you can still be an all-star shooting the mid-range. Play to your strength, work on that shoot threes, but I just hate when 5, 6, 7 guys, everybody's running to that line, and that's all we're seeing. You got to defend, you got to rebound, you got to block shots, you got to do other things, because that's still the way you can win the game, by doing all things, not just shoot threes.
And really, having the best teams in history always had guys that can do different things, a ball handler, a rebounder, a screener, a long shooter.
Yeah.
It's always a combination of all those things instead of everybody doing the same
You're
thing.
so right, Kevin. And even though we've been in this three-point era, in the last 2 or 3 years, rebounding the basketball and defending still can win basketball games for you.
A shot by Batum, no good.
Well, just think what's happening here. He hasn't found his groove, yet they still hold the lead.
Feeds to Mirotic for 3, and again it's the Bulls from deep.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Batum, good.
Michael Carter Williams is showing you what he can do with the pass, an excellent facilitator.
They set the pick. Batum with the steal. And now here comes Williams leading the break. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive.
Now here is Holiday, covered by Lamb.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Batum against Levine, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
And as great as Nicholas Batum is, the one issue he's dealt with, Greg, his entire career is staying consistent during games.
And with his skill set, it is hard for Batum to be completely absent. He can play, though, too passively at times when you know what he's capable of. And he's at his best when he is active and aggressive.
Free throw good, Nicholas Batum.
And Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Here's Portis, and right now he's averaging about 7 points a game.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
Picked by Zeller. Passes it to Stone. Overdone. The jump shot from the baseline is right on target. Stone's got his 2nd bucket tonight. Bulls trail by 14. Now here's Dunn. He's got 6. There's a good screen. Pass to Portis. Off the pick. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good. And so we wrap up the first half. Hornets lead by 14. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Michael, you guys have had it going offensively. How have you been able to make all of this happen from your position?
I'm just trying to get everybody involved, really. And we're just trying to work together as a team. We need everybody to win.
So far, so good. Thanks a lot, Mike. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's Charlotte in control. They lead by 14. Kenny, what's your take?
What a brilliant, unselfish half of basketball they just played. Their ball movement was absolutely impeccable. All in all, just beautiful basketball to watch.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
Well, they struggled in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And that will conclude our halftime presentation. We take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. What can you say? Jeremy Lamb, an impressive effort here today.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Defensively coming in, you know he's going to be tough to stop, but I'm still waiting to see a plan to even contain him.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. Mirotic at the power forward with Lopez in the middle. Then it's Zach LaVine. Then there's Grant, and it's Holiday in at the 2 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
Dishes it to Lopez. And there's the 3-second violation.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Carter Williams. He's getting around 8 points a game, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. And clearly he's having a tough stretch here. But it's all about how you respond to the adversity. That'll be key.
Listening to your coaches. Putting in the work. Those are keys. That's really all you can control.
Now here's Lamb. Howard, the pass to Carter Williams. Screen by Howard. Carter Williams kicks to Lamb. They get the rebound. Excellent D there from Holiday.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
Mirotic gets the bucket.
He's done his job tonight scoring the basketball, but they've still been outplayed overall.
Charlotte leading by 12. Carter Williams dishes to Howard. Williams up on top. Back to Howard. It's tipped. He kicks it to Lamb. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Howard's got his 5th assist in this one.
That's the shot they were looking for. After 3 straight misses coming out of the break, let's see if that sparks a rally.
Now here's Grant. And Mirotic kicks to Grant. Makes it off the glass. Grant's got his 2nd basket.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Lamb passes to Batum. Screen by Howard. Batum dishes to Lamb. There's a good screen. Williams. And he gets the kind bounce as that one drops in for him. Williams has got 13.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
You think back when Fred Hoiberg was a player in the NBA, great shooter who had a strong knowledge of the game. Not too surprised he ended up as a coach.
And Smitty, you and Hoiberg played against one another during your careers and even guarded each other, I think, from Time to time, what was it like going up against a player like him?
You know, Kevin, he must have been real young because I'm so old. I don't even remember that. But I do know and remember Fred Hoiberg and watching him coach. He is a fast decision maker. Also would find space as a player. And you see some of his strengths as a player and how he designs his offense right now.
The free throw drops for Grant. And last year, the Bulls, Greg, just didn't threaten anyone from outside.
I think a big problem has just been personnel. You know, some of the guys they brought in as shooters just really haven't panned out, and that lack of shooting from deep is why this offense can grow stagnant at times.
And Grant drops them both. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Carter Williams kicks to Lamb. Lopez over to help. Back to Carter Williams. Now here is Holiday. He's covered closely. He dishes it to Grant. Lopez a screen. Grant kicks to Holiday. Fires for three. Here's Mirotic. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Mirotic has got 4 points in the quarter.
Mirotic is a hustler out there. He takes pride in staying active on the glass.
Carter Williams, the pass to Bacon. Over Levine. There's the feed to Howard. Over Lopez. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Howard just too strong inside. You've got to foul and get your money's worth.
This is his second trip to the line in this one. The free throw good from Howard.
And Howard may be the most physically imposing player in the game today. His strength still sets him apart.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And here are the Bulls now. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Next up, they'll face the Suns. That'll be in Phoenix. Sets in motion a 4-game road trip for them. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
You know, for the most part, their perimeter D is holding up, but they might have to sacrifice some of that to close down the lane.
We see a chart here for the shooting performance so far for Lamb.
And this is a grown man shot chart right here. Not too much going on outside, but look at how things are for them in the paint. They are attacking the rim and not settling for the jump shot. And right now it's paying off in bunches. If I'm them, then I'd continue to do the same thing going forward until an adjustment is made.
And stolen by Howard. Lamb with the ball, and Holiday picks him up defensively. And Carter Williams gets it to go on the assist from Lamb. Carter Williams has got 8 points.
The size MCW gives you at a point guard position enables him to finish in the painted area with hands in his face.
Levine against Williams. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Now here's Lamb. 16 points for him.
I love the technique he uses, leveraging his position down low, then just using sheer size to snatch the rebound.
Williams with the steal. Chicago grabs the miss. Mirotic has got his 6th rebound on the night. Mirotic, a screen on Carter Williams. Mirotic sets the screen for Holiday. Rebound by Williams.
Still no rhythm. This may be a time when you want to make the extra pass. Give someone else a chance.
Now let's take a peek at the league leaders in scoring. Number 5 is Zach LaVine.
And his contribution to his team offensively cannot be understated. He is always leading the way for them with his ability to put up points.
First free throw is good. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Bulls trail by 14. Grant kicks to LaVine. Grant dishes to Lopez. Here's LaVine. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
Great play to run for Zach. Off ball, he's quick to catch and elevate. Robin Lopez, a player who does more for a team than what shows up on the stat sheet. Very effective inside with his ability to contest and fight for rebounds. A tough defender that doesn't need many touches to play his role.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
If you aren't going to at least step in front of him, you can't be surprised when he throws it down like that.
Mirotić with it. Williams picks him up. Mirotić's shot is off. And as tough as Robin Lopez is on opponents, he might be even tougher on mascots. Steve, he has a long-standing feud with mascots since he entered the NBA.
Yeah, I've seen him beat, trip, smack, and all-out abuse mascots around this league. He does it all in good and a fun way, and fans love him for it. Everyone has to have their thing, and his is fighting guys in animal suits.
Bulls trail by 14. And here is Grant. He has 6. Lopez sets a screen for Holiday. 6 to shoot. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. First trip to the line for him here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Felicio's checked in for Lopez. Pondexter comes in for Mirotić. Denzel Valentine, he's checked in for LaVine. And Chris Dunn subbed in for Jaren Grant. So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Cody Zeller's checked in for Howard. Frank Kaminsky comes in for Marvin Williams. Monk's checked in for Jeremy Lamb. And Julian Stone subbed in for Carter Williams. Here's Stone. Inside. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Bobby Portis is checked in for Justin Holiday. Bulls trail by 13. Portis kicks to Dunn. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. There's the pick. Here's Pondexter. Got a piece of it. Here's Stone.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
He's 0 of 1 from the line, missing on his first trip. That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. Bulls trail by 14. Now done. 6 points for him. Valentine with it. Back to Felicio. 5 to shoot. Yep, that one goes. Felicio's got his first points of the game.
The D gave him too good of a look right there. He rose up and knocked it down easily.
Shoots it. Here's Monk. That shot missing. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Getting their first look of the season at this Hornets team.
And as you would expect, they came out on top in last season's series against this club, but no reason to expect anything different this time around.
They just seem to match up very well whenever they play these guys. You can tell they have a ton of confidence. Tough screen set there, and the defense was not prepared for it.
Stone kicks to Monk, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Chicago. They reside in the 7th slot right now in the early part of the season. And checking out Charlotte. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And you know, for the Hornets, they've staggered along here early in the season. They're going to be in for a long year if they don't make some real quick progress.
Unfortunately, I don't see them as being a team that's going to turn any big corners anytime soon. I think what we've seen from them in the early part of the season is what we're going to keep seeing.
Here's Stone after the Bulls pick up 2. Picked by Zeller. And it's Stone missing.
That's one of those where you think you've got it, you relax for just a second, and then you're kicking yourself.
Here's Dunn. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. Charlotte leading by 8. Stone passes to Zeller. Kicks to Stone. Here's Monk. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
And this is a guy that can get you stops. Aggressive on the defensive end.
Also doing a good job of tracking the ball, contesting the mid-range jumper as well.
Felicio, it's deflected to the inside. He can't hit that time. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Now here's Valentine. D right on him. All alone. The Hornets pull it in. Kaminsky's got his 4th rebound in this one. Stone dishes to Kaminsky. The Hornets have gone 9 of 13 from the line. The free throw drops for Kaminsky. And the Hornets making a change here. Batum's checked in. And so he hits both. Bulls trail by 10. Dunn kicks to Portis. Now here's Dunn. Tight defense on him. And he jams it with authority.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Now here's Monk. He's got 7.
Uh-oh, he misses the bunny. I think he thought somebody was coming over to contest it.
Dunn kicks to Portis. Pondexter with it, and Batum picks him up defensively. From 7, here's Felicio. Zeller grabs the board. Zeller's got his 6th rebound on the night. Now here's Valentine. He's guarded closely. Pass to Dunn. Fires at the elbow. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions. And you see the improvement in that mid-range game by Monk. He really wants to be a knockdown threat from all 3 levels on the floor.
Now here's Dunn. 6 points for him. The dish now to Valentine. From downtown, rebounded by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got 5 rebounds tonight. Monk, the pass to Batum. Monk dishes to Stone. Tries again, and it's finished off inside by Monk. Monk's got 4 this quarter.
And Monk is used to that aggressive type defense, especially when he's that close to the basket. Takes pride in really taking on the teeth of the defense.
Pondexter kicks to Portis. Taken away. We've got 33 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. And here is Pondexter. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. .24 seconds left to play in the 3rd. Now here's Valentine, guarded closely. Clock at 6. There's the pick. Offensive rebound. Felicio. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Felicio's got 8 points.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
From outside the arc, no good on that last second attempt there. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Hornets ahead, up by 10. And do not go away, as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our 4th quarter coming up next. Moments ago from the huddle, let's listen in on head coach Fred Hoiberg.
Keep fighting, fellas. All right, 1 possession at a time. All right, how are we going to do it? Take care of the ball. Make sure we're getting back in transition. A lot of game left. All right, we'll get it going here. We'll get it going.
Fred Hoiberg encouraging his players to live in the moment. Don't worry about the score right now. Just keep plowing ahead.
Yeah, great point. You can't undo what's already been done. Just deal with what you can control, which is the next possession.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The 4th quarter of play getting started. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. And Charlotte looking at who they've got. Batum outside at the 3 with Kaminsky at the 4. Monk is out there with Julian Stone. And it's Zeller in at center. Dunn kicks to Valentine. And the Bulls get it back. Now here's Dunn. Not a lot of room. Fires the 3. They shoot again, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the 2nd half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And he makes the first.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
Catching up on the changes for Chicago. Robin Lopez is checked in for Portis. Bean comes in for Quincy Pondexter. And it's Grant in for Dunn. And a switch here also for Charlotte. Carter Williams is checked in. Both shots good from the stripe.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
He feeds it to Zeller. Outside, Batum. No good that time. Bulls trail by 10. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Levine wide open. And the lead is down inside single digits.
Another one for Zach. He has a scorer's mentality. Very dangerous when he gets into rhythm.
Pick by Zeller. Carter Williams with the bucket. And the Hornets lead by 9.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Valentine. There's the screen. Here's Lopez. Got a piece of it. And they'll keep possession. Felicio with the bucket.
Wow, has he flipped a switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half.
There's the pass to Kaminsky. Picked by Zeller. From the baseline. Chicago grabs the miss. Lopez has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
You know, this is a time when you don't have to force anything. You're in command of this game.
Chicago making some changes. Mirotic comes in for Felicio. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Denzel Valentine. Williams, he's checked in for Charlotte. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Monk. Carter Williams against Grant. Feeds it to Levine. Lopez, a screen on Batum. 5 to shoot. Levine, and it's blocked. And he's able to get it back. Offensive rebound. Batum against Levine. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to go on Nikola Mirotic.
2 shots, gentlemen.
Free throw good. Nicholas Batum. Howard's checked in for Charlotte. Both free throws good from Batum.
Another made free throw. He can get on these kinds of rolls. Great focus.
Grant the pass to Levine. Lopez kicks to Levine. Mirotic sets the screen for Levine. Shoots over Batum. Again, Levine missing. Charlotte leading by 9. Lamb dishes to Carter Williams. Passes to Lamb. Charlotte moving it around. And Batum kicks to Williams. Drops it in from 11 feet. Now, here's Grant. Mirotic the screen. For 3, Levine. Again, Levine missing. For Charlotte, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the 4th quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Don't usually see him shooting the 3. 19 points for Lamb.
Yeah, that's a great shot. 3rd 3 of the game for him, first in this half.
Lopez, a screen on Batum. Here's Levine. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
And you like to see this from Levine, attacking in the paint with confidence.
Carter Williams kicks to Williams. Pass to Lamb. Dishes to Howard. Williams a screen. A nice shot by Howard. And the Hornets lead by 14.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Right side Holiday. It's stolen by Lamb. Here's Carter Williams. And he uses the glass on the layup.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Carter Williams against Grant. Fires from the line. The offensive rebound. And it's sent back by Howard.
And he's led the league in block shots on multiple occasions, and Howard's still a presence down low.
And Lamb kicks to Williams. Takes the three. And the rebound goes to Lopez.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
The feed now to Grant. On the wing, Levine, defended by Batum. Mirotic the screen. And it's off the back rim, no good.
He's trying to shoot his way out of this slump, but it's not to be.
Here's Carter Williams. Kicks it to Lamb. Howard against Lopez. Howard can't hit. And there's the call on Howard. And that'll be his third foul so far. Bulls trail by 16. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
You know, as this game has gone along, his concentration has deteriorated. They've lost way too many possessions from him turning the ball over.
Yep, it counts. 19 points for Williams.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Grant the pass to Levine. Mirotic the screen. Shot to end this cold run. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Now Howard. He kicks to Carter Williams. On the wing, Lamb. Outside, Batum. He dishes it to Williams. And Lamb kicks to Carter Williams. That three off the mark.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Holiday, and it's sent back by Howard. And the block shot turns into a shooting foul. So the defensive effort there a bit too much, as the officials will send him to the line, and he'll shoot some free throws. Bacon, he's checked in for Nicholas Batum. Robin Lopez, a solid big man who can clean up the glass and, Greg, get you some points on the other end.
And Robin Lopez might not have great range now, but, you know, that could change. He says he's working on a three-point shot, and his logic is that since his twin brother Brooke can make threes, it can't be that hard.
Maybe. That free throw missing.
And for a center, Robin Lopez is definitely one of the better free throw shooters in the league.
And the second free throw, good. Carter Williams with it. Pass to Bacon. Back to Carter Williams. Howard down with both hands.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. Bulls trail by 19. Grant outside. From the top of the key, he buries it.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Here's Charlotte now. They're on a 17-7 run. Screen by Howard. Carter Williams dishes to Lamb. Back to Carter Williams. And the pass to Howard. Grant against Carter Williams. Shoots over Grant and misses it off the right side of the rim. Well, Chicago's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Outside, Levine. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
Yeah, and you don't need the big play. Right now, you just need the smart one.
This is what desperation can do. You start to play outside of yourself, making a bad situation worse.
Up top, Carter Williams. He's covered by Grant. Here's Howard. Good D by Lopez. Bulls trail by 17. There's the dish to Mirotic. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Not in rhythm. He had the 2 triples in the first half, none so far in the second.
And that one is good. Lamb's got 21 in the game.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Feeds it to Mirotic. There's a screen. It's Levine atop the key. No good. And Charlotte will go the other way with it. They host the Clippers after this game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. In transition, here come the Bulls. Holiday with the ball. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Some coaches might not like taking the 3 on the fast break, but he had the open look and buried it.
Carter Williams, the pass to Bacon. Over Levine. Bacon's shot is off. Chicago has gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Levine kicks to Lopez. Passes it to Mirotic. And it's sent back by Howard. Charlotte leading by 16. There's Bacon. And a great assist by Carter Williams as that one goes in. Carter Williams has got assist number 7 for him tonight. Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. We've seen Jeremy Lamb having a really great game.
Yeah, because he's been killing them all night. They are struggling to find an answer.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Dwight Howard.
And he's provided them with a major mismatch on that low block tonight. That they've been able to lean on his scoring in the paint. And if nothing else has worked, he's given them a reliable option on every possession.
After 2 straight losses, they switched it up a bit tonight, giving him a much bigger role, and it's worked out even better than they could have hoped for. And the Bulls with another miss.
And he needs to find other ways to contribute besides shooting. Sometimes you have to learn how to play well when you're not playing well.
Now here's Lamb. Pass to Bacon. Shoots a 3. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10. Bulls trail by 21. Over to the wing. Lopez against Howard. Grant kicks to Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Lopez sets a screen for Holiday. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Hornets leading by 21. And here is Lamb. And Howard has it in the corner. Grant against Carter Williams. Lopez with the steal.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Hornets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Dwight Howard.
When it comes to protecting the rim, there are numerous ways to do that. The most exciting of those, just send shots back. and that's what he did tonight in volume.
That's good from Williams. And this is the first season where we have ads on jerseys in the NBA with the teams. Gut reaction, Steve, now that you've seen the ads on the jerseys, how do you feel about it?
You know, Kevin, I don't like it because I know it's going to start to add up. Well, we're not going to even be able to see the player's name and the logos. It's just going to be ads everywhere. I understand it, but I don't like it.
You know, I can see it for practice jerseys. I can see it maybe when you're selling it retail to the fans. But, I mean, isn't there enough advertising already? I mean, that's one of the great things about keep it as pure as possible. I get the European deal, but there's so much money here, it would seem like this is just an add-on that doesn't need to be added on.
Kevin, I'm totally agreement with you. I think practice jerseys, like you said, selling the jerseys maybe, but I think also maybe at the All-Star game, you can fill those guys up for that one game. But I would love to keep it pure, getting a chance to just see those uniforms the way they are.
Dishes it to Kaminsky. That's tipped and stolen by Dunn. There's 37 seconds left in the game. They get it again. Markkanen. And again, unable to change momentum here. Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender. And just putting the finishing touches on this one, they have been on fire.
I mean, a fantastic run. The guys are really clicking, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Pondexter, the pass to Felicio. Here's the three. Off target. And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Mike, it seemed like you were looking to push the pace at every opportunity. What was your mindset?
We're just trying to get out and run. You know, the less play calls, the better. So we're just trying to get out and run and find each other.
You did a great job in transition tonight. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long and good night, everyone.